General Hospital will reveal that after arriving in Port Charles, Sidwell quickly attracted attention with his presence and his hidden, devious plans. Soon after his arrival, a horrific explosion occurred in Sonny's penthouse, where Michael was staying. The explosion not only destroyed the apartment but also left Michael severely injured, causing immense pain and anger for the Corinthos family. This strange coincidence raised suspicions about the connection between Sidwell and the tragic event. Previously, Lucy, acting as an intermediary, brought Sidwell to Port Charles with hopes of expanding relationships and growing business. She introduced him to a luxurious apartment with a panoramic view of the city. Not only did Lucy provide housing, but she also promised to help Sidwell access the upper echelons of society, opening the door for him to participate in important social events in the area. With her resourceful nature, Lucy believed Sidwell was a potential business partner and enthusiastically supported him. Sidwell, cold and calculating, quickly took advantage of this opportunity. He appeared pleased as he stood on the balcony of his new apartment, gazing at the entire cityscape. When the flames from the explosion erupted near Sonny's apartment, his eyes gleamed with satisfaction, and a sinister smile flashed across his face. He felt empowered as he witnessed his plan unfold perfectly, leaving no trace behind. But did Lucy truly know who she was helping? With her promises and enthusiasm, Lucy may have only seen in Sidwell a wealthy and refined man, unaware that he was the one behind the brutal schemes. Port Charles, which she had always regarded as a land of opportunity, had now become an underground battlefield of dark conspiracies she was oblivious to. Sidwell, with his polished exterior, was silently painting a picture of chaos and danger for the entire town. In reality, Sidwell was the mastermind behind the deadly attack on Sonny's penthouse. He meticulously planned the attack with great precision. To execute his plan, Sidwell hired a professional team to operate drones, equipped with weapons to carry out the explosion exactly at Sonny's penthouse. The drone was remotely operated, bypassing all security systems, and dropped the bomb with perfect accuracy, targeting the apartment without leaving any trace that could be traced back to him. The explosion was powerful, destroying the entire apartment, shaking the building, and sending everyone into panic. Michael, who was in the apartment at the time, was severely injured and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Sonny, the main target, fortunately escaped harm as he wasn't present when the attack took place. However, the shock and pain of seeing his son lying motionless in the hospital bed filled Sonny with overwhelming rage. This wasn't just an attack on his family, but a public declaration of war against Sonny's power in Port Charles. Despite Sonny and his allies, including Jason, trying their best to investigate, all leads ended in dead ends. Sidwell had carefully planned everything, not only erasing all evidence but also constructing a perfect cover, making it impossible for anyone to suspect him. Every detail of the plan was executed with secrecy, from choosing the timing and location of the attack to the escape method and information security. The inability to uncover the mastermind only heightened Sonny's tension. He was not only facing the pain of Michael's injuries but also the sense of failure from not being able to protect his family. Meanwhile, Sidwell grew more confident in his ability to manipulate everything to his advantage. He viewed the attack as a subtle warning to Sonny and the first step in his plan to seize power in Port Charles. With his arrogance and cunning, Sidwell was not just an outsider, but was silently observing everyone's reactions, preparing for his next moves in his scheme to dominate the town. During his time in Port Charles, Sidwell skillfully built a relationship with Lucy. Initially, their connection was purely based on business opportunities. Lucy, with her ambition to expand her influence, saw Sidwell as a potential partner. He not only had strong financial power but also appeared refined and understood how to navigate the elite circles. The two frequently met to discuss possible collaborative projects, from real estate investments to hosting important events to attract Port Charles's high society. However, Sidwell didn't stop at mere business collaboration. He subtly exploited Lucy's enthusiasm and her extensive network to infiltrate Port Charles's social web. With his trustworthy appearance and skillful words, Sidwell gradually earned Lucy's trust, even making her feel that she was playing a significant role in introducing such a potential figure like him to Port Charles. But things began to change when Lucy accidentally discovered a horrifying truth. During a visit to Sidwell's apartment, she accidentally saw documents and images related to the explosion at Sonny's apartment. While the clues were scattered, they were enough for Lucy to piece together and realize that Sidwell was behind the attack that had left Michael severely injured. The revelation struck Lucy like a blow, leaving her in a state of panic. Lucy realized she had been cruelly deceived. The person she had trusted, even helped, turned out to be a dangerous individual who was willing to use violence to achieve his goals. She felt guilty for inadvertently helping him infiltrate Port Charles. But at the same time, she knew she was in a perilous situation. Sidwell was intelligent and ruthless. If he knew she had uncovered the truth, he would not hesitate to eliminate her to keep the secret. With fear and panic, Lucy decided to keep her discovery to herself. She tried to act normal, continuing her meetings with Sidwell as if nothing had happened. Meanwhile, inside, she was battling intense inner turmoil. Lucy didn't know how to expose Sidwell without putting herself in danger. Every time she saw him, she couldn't stop feeling disgusted and enraged, but still had to pretend she knew nothing. As time passed, the mental pressure on Lucy grew heavier as she realized she was trapped in a dangerous game where one wrong move could cost her life. Sidwell, with his sharpness and ability to assess situations quickly, soon noticed that Lucy was acting differently. Her confused looks, tense gestures, and reluctance in conversations made him suspicious. As a ruthless and experienced manipulator, Sidwell didn't overlook any signs. He began watching Lucy more closely, realizing that she was no longer as carefree and trusting as before. Gradually, he concluded that Lucy had discovered the truth about his role in the attack on Sonny's penthouse. Not wanting to leave any openings, Sidwell quickly implemented a plan to eliminate Lucy before she could act. He knew that Lucy, with her wide connections, could pose a threat to him if she revealed any information. Sidwell quietly ordered a professional assassin to follow and deal with Lucy, ensuring everything would be done quickly and without a trace. Lucy, realizing the danger was lurking, made one final attempt to protect herself and those she cared about. In a moment of desperation, she contacted Sonny and revealed the entire truth about Sidwell and what she had discovered. Sonny, upon hearing Lucy's words, couldn't contain his anger. He immediately began devising a plan to deal with Sidwell, but also warned Lucy to be extremely cautious. However, Sidwell didn't give Lucy a second chance. Just days after she contacted Sonny, Sidwell's assassin carried out the mission. Lucy was attacked unexpectedly on her way home. The attack happened in the dark, fast and brutal. No one heard her cries, and there were no witnesses. When the morning light broke, Lucy had been tragically murdered, leaving grief and shock for all of Port Charles. Lucy's death was not just a painful loss but also a huge shock, pushing Sonny into an intense rage. He vowed not to let the person responsible for Lucy's death and Michael's condition go unpunished. Sonny began focusing all his efforts on tracking down Sidwell, determined to expose the one behind this chain of crimes. But Sidwell, with his intelligence and strategy, would not be easily defeated. He continued to lay low, planning his next moves and preparing for an all-out war with Sonny. Meanwhile, Port Charles descended into chaos. Lucy's death left a huge void in the hearts of its residents, but it also made them realize that a great danger was looming. The battle between Sonny and Sidwell wasn't just a clash between two people, but a confrontation between good and evil, between life and death. Will Sonny overcome all obstacles to protect his family and his town, or will Sidwell continue to sow more tragedies? The answer is still unclear, but it is certain that Port Charles will never be the same again.